And we are live again. Yeah, sorry about that, everybody. We were in the middle of episode 14, and it looks like my stream disconnected in the middle of one of my random tangents. I do not remember exactly what I was talking about, but I do know that, well, we've got things that we gotta do, right? So that's kind of what we're looking at here. And let me make sure that I don't have enable auto stop on, because that's the next issue that we have at hand. But yeah, anyway, guys, we will be back into Wartales here, and hopefully everyone trickles back over. And if they don't, then well, we're at least gonna finish out this episode the way that we're supposed to. So welcome to episode 14 and a half, and we will do what we got to do to you know, carry on. All right, so we have a lot of things that we need to eat, because oh my god, the amount of food these bears take is insane. But we should be good. We do need to heal. We do need to patch up everyone's gear. But yeah, yo, what's up, Unknown? Sorry about that, my guy. Risk bonus. Homie, I think you just... No, I don't want you to cry. Oh, man. Risk bonus trait where it increases his wages by 30%. What are your wages at? 60... No, we're not doing that. You're enduring. Wait, where do I need to go to get us away from wherever we are? Okay, we do need to go this way. Cool. It's alive! Alive! Man, I was not a... Yeah, so I was looking, right? And I'm just like, yeah, no. So I'm talking, and like my stream software that like over here, right? Because the way my setup is my camera is right next to my streaming PC, right? So like you guys are right here. Well, I also have my actual live stream up, like the status on YouTube up here, like above my game. So above my game was telling me that the stream was over, but over here was telling me I was live. And I'm like, what's going on here? And then I was like, oh, well, it looks like it disconnected, and then it reconnected. So that's the downfall. Can I get... No, I cannot get past this. I don't want to fight this. Enemy reinforcements incoming, and we're getting ambushed. We're gonna have a really bad time. We are about to have a really, really bad time. Okay. So what we're gonna do, right? Is we're gonna patch up our armor, and we're gonna heal Bear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's only 6 of them. They're level 8. I think we can actually handle this because we have enough bears. I pay you no more. Maybe give them some time. Pretty much, man. You're just like, yeah, you're gonna endure. I'm not gonna pay you anything. Get out of here. Okay, so, you know, poacher, marauder, hoodlum, marauder, scoundrel, wrongdoer. I'm honestly not terribly scared of this fight. This fight should be fairly straightforward and easy. Should be. Will it be? No, but we're gonna find out, right? Okay, and you know what? We're gonna put Arnius right here. I'm just gonna walk on down here, and I'm just gonna go bonk right on top of this guy. I think Arnius should be fine for the time being. Okay, we're still okay. We're okay. Ouch. Okay, Growler's now pissed. Well, that guy's dead. Okay. These guys have already gone. This guy has not. So what we're gonna do, come right on up here. do a little spinny spin, right? And then I'm going to dash right through him and get the kill. Then I'm going to move Osbius right on back here. Bro! Can you not, please? Oh no. Okay, he's going for Arnius. I was like, oh no, not... I was getting scared there. I thought Osbius was about to get one shot. Okay, we're doing fine. We're doing okay, for the most part. All right, and then bears are, you know, cleaning up shop. Like, honestly, this was a pretty easy fight. Let's see how much XP we get for this. Because, I don't know if you guys remember, but we had a fight earlier, and we only got, like, 29 XP for it, right? So I'm trying to see if, you know, us fighting a level 8 group would give us more XP. Or if we're just still going to get, like, abysmal amounts of XP regardless of what we do. And if that's the case, then maybe I don't want to be doing the amount of crap that we're doing. Right? Let's do this. Give everyone a defensive bonus. This guy already has weakening. 31 damage, that's rough. $31 HP is all I got. These bears do not care. Holy crap. Oh no, not Max. Not Max, no. Max is dead, isn't he? Oh, maybe not. There's a poacher. Cool, we saved Max. Max is still alive. And now we can walk up here and we can start cleaning up shop a little bit. So we can, like, you know, come right on up here and go for another assassination. Oh, this guy's not engaged. Never mind, I lied. I lied. I don't like this at all. That's terrifying to me. We're gonna do this anyway. Because somebody's gonna pull him off of me. Or they're gonna kill him. See, he died. It's fine. Everything's fine. And then we got one more bear here, and this bear's probably gonna come attack this hoodlum, right? Yep. Cool. No. No, we're not gonna let you flee. In fact, I want to take you out even more now. Here we go. We're gonna send it, Arnius. You know what? At this point, he's got Fury. Just take him out. I don't want to deal with the Fury hit. Okay. We gained 35 XP. So we gained a little bit more XP, but not enough to where it was really like, oh my god, this is awesome. But we did almost get double the XP. So that is something to be, you know, to note. I could really use some venison though. I am on the lookout for some venison. I'm gonna keep some of these items that we're buying though. Nope, 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 nope. I do not want to fight bears. No bears. Please, no bears. I don't need to fight more bears. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 units. Okay, so we still need to recruit at least one more. And by recruit, I mean capture. Okay. Arnius, what are you looking like? All right, you're fine on that. Our Tinkerer's at 94 out of 320 XP. How close are you? You're over halfway to level 8. Okay. Okay, we're getting somewhere, kind of. How are we doing on like Growler's XP? 500. Wow, that's trash. Okay. Arnius, we're gonna swap you off of miner and make you into a blacksmith. We're gonna see how this goes. Can we can't make anything with you, can we? We need. Oh, we can make some throwing knives. Yeah, we can do that. Oh, we have no wood. You know what? Let's go to our lovely storage area for all things, right? We're gonna pull out all the things that we do not need. Corrosive liquid. Okay, I'm not sure what that does. We have so much gear. We have so many dead bodies too. Wait, do we have dead bodies we should store? Maybe we do. We have 2. Only 2, I guess. Yeah, we only had 2. Cool. We're going to keep all of the crafting materials that we have, right? And we'll keep a few of the other things here. Oh, look, we have some food too. Let's take a look at Tiltren. We have nothing in Tiltren. In Vertruce, we have not too much. Oh, never mind. There's a bunch of cloth here. I need the cloth and I need the iron. Oh my lord, there's so much. And we got a little bit of wood and a little bit of leather. Okay, I think we're good off of all of that. We got some dead bodies that are over here as well, which we will probably want to take care of eventually, but whatever. We have a ton of just like random items and gear too, like all over the place that we've just been stockpiling. So as soon as we can hire people, we instantly have gear for them without us needing to like craft anything or anything like that, right? So that's something to look forward to whenever we get there. But now the forge. So it looks like we are still a little low on wood, I believe. I think we have a lot of everything besides wood, and that is correct. So, knowing that we are running low on wood, we will, well, we're just going to make a few things here, and I probably shouldn't have made this one because this does require a decent amount of wood, but we'll see how it goes. And what else can we make? I don't have a ton of cloth, so I don't want to make too much. Okay, cool. So he's now an apprentice, which means we can start making some level 3 gear, right? And that does let us start making like some sage layers and whatnot too, which is okay. It's not the best thing out there, but I'm okay with it. The padded brigadines are pretty helpful, and the plate armor is also pretty nice. I think 4, 8, and 5, we're gonna make a couple padded jackets. And us crafting this stuff should, in theory, help him level up a little bit quicker too. But we need to get him to where he's at least at a to where he's at least at a point where, you know, when we start hitting level 8, like, he can already craft rime steel armor, or even get it to where he is already crafting rime steel, right? That way we're just like, we're hitting the ground running and we've got it in the bank. Because level 8 gear will be very beneficial for us, especially if we can get like full sets and everything. Okay, so he is now experienced, which means we can't make rime steel quite yet, but we can start making ghost armor, which is good. So we're gonna make some ghost breastplates. And we are getting a decent amount of XP for every one that we're doing here, right? So that's something to look forward to, at least. And we can also start hunting some of the ghost packs if we need better sources of like leather and a ghost leather. So that's something else we can always do. And this is also a good way to make money for anyone who isn't aware. Crafting is a really good way to make a ton of money, especially if you stockpile up on a bunch of craftables and use some bonuses at your campsite to help you just get more crafting stuff. So let's see here. We can make 26 throwing knives, so let's just make like 20 of them, right? We don't really need 20 of them, but it'll make 80. And we got 187 XP, right? So that's pretty good. And then how close are we to you? So we need a bit more XP still, right? And he hasn't gained too much actual XP. He's supposed to be gaining 12% of all of this XP goes over here, but 12% of, 278, it's only like 30 XP. So he's probably gained 50 XP so far from us doing this, so it's not a ton. And now we can make, a couple of things, but not too many things, unfortunately. We'll make a couple layers of the stag, I guess. All right, and now that we've made basically everything we can, we're gonna make padded brigandines and make sure that we get him to the rhyme steel level for being a blacksmith, and then we'll go from there. And there he is. He's a journeyman, and now he can make rhyme steel gear, and that's really all I cared about. And we can actually go ahead and make a rhyme steel item. We are going to go ahead and go for the waistcoat, since that's going to be the first item that will actually be useful for us. And hopefully I get it perfect. And I did. Cool. And we have a 2-star rhyme steel waistcoat with +2 movement, +52 armor. That's pretty good. It's got 3 armor layers. I'm okay with that. And we don't really have anything else that we can work with here. So there we go. And Osbius's next piece of equipment, armor-wise, is right here. He will lose a willpower and some crit and 1 movement. Actually, no, he won't lose any movement. He'll just lose 1 willpower and 3 crit. But in exchange, he'll gain, he'll double his armor. So I think doubling his armor will be pretty useful for us. So yeah. Yeah, that's doing pretty solid on that. I'm feeling a lot better on that now. We're at 119 XP at a 1280 for blacksmith. I don't foresee us being able to push this any higher with our current stats that we have. So what we're going to do is we're just going to let this XP go wherever it ends up going. Like we're going to probably reset this before we end up getting to the point where we can craft even more gear. And Osbius, I am going to have him see if we can reach our next level for Tinkerer if we can. Because that will increase his crit chance quite a bit, and we'll just go from there. So we can make up to 54 lockpicks, which is pretty solid. And honestly, lockpicks are worth a decent amount, as are fishhooks. They're both worth about the same. I like making lockpicks primarily. But basically, it's just a ton of XP, right? It's like 100 XP for 50. Now, is that the best XP per item that you could get? No, probably not. But it's really easy for you to make. You can just pick them up off the ground, and you can make a decent amount of money off of them too. So we're going to go ahead and make some torches as well. And now we are basically there. What are we looking like, Osbius? So Osbius needs, another 50 iron for us to actually hit that next stage for him. So he can go from experience to a journeyman, I think. So we'll try to get him there, and then we'll be basically done. We'll do one more last thing, is we're going to go into nope, not experience profits. We are going to do trade fair. And trade fair will make us get a ton of money from selling stuff, right? Which is going to be very important for us. So now what we're going to do is we're going to pick up all the junk that we don't need, and we're going to see how much money we get. So we have a lot of just random stuff here. We have a bunch of level 6 gear that we don't need. We have a level 3 hat, level 5 barbute, Corporal's bassinet. I don't think that's level 6. We might hold on to that. This one's a fun. Okay, we're gonna hold on to that. We're gonna hold on to some of these things, but then a lot of it we're just gonna get rid of too, right? So hold on to all the dead bodies. And yeah, you know what? I'm feeling pretty confident with all that stuff. We have a poisonous oil on that Raider's boat. I want to hold on to that. And we have other stuff we could try to pick up from wherever, but we're just going to wait right here. And this is going to be kind of brutal for us. So we have to wait for the next caravan. But the good news is there's one on the way. Kind of wish we could have gotten a hold of that one, but that's okay. And this is also a really good way for us to try and save up on fatigue to an extent. So you do a burn through some fatigue just standing still on the map, right? But what you're able to do is you're able to potentially have more fights come to you if all you do is fight caravans. Unfortunately, you do end up using fatigue just when it comes down to fighting as well. So that's something else to think about. All right, but here we go. Trade fair, and now we're going to be able to sell all sorts of stuff. We get rid of that. We're getting rid of the iron dagger. We're getting rid of a lot of this stuff. We have a level 6 raider bow. Definitely don't need nearly this many items or weapons or anything like that. Holding the line skill was this knocks them back and applies vulnerability on a crit. Yeah, we're not doing that. Ghost Gladius, we will get rid of that, as well as the Ghost Mace. I don't need either of those. Plenty of vials and everything like that we can hold on to. We're going to get rid of all the new crafted gear that we just got. Spare the Rime Steel Waistcoat. We're going to get rid of all the throwing knives that we just made, and we are also going to get rid of all of the lockpicks that we made, believe it or not, once I figure out where they're at. We have 59 of those, and boom, just like that, we made like several thousand crowns just, you know, getting rid of some of the junk that we had in storage for God knows how long we've been holding on to it. And yeah, we're looking a lot better now, and I'm feeling pretty confident on at least money wise how we're looking. And I didn't even need to go and, you know, raid our whatchamacallit, right? So let's go to the inn here. I think we got one contract we can turn in. And let's see if there's anything else that we can do here. Not particularly. So we'll hold off on that. We're going to go ahead and pay our people and sleep. Okay, and finally, we are going to go into our storage facility and just kind of bank all sorts of crap here that we don't need, right? We have a ton of fangs that we can probably look into trading in for stuff to an extent, right? But for the most part, we don't really need all of this stuff. We're going to bank the majority of it. I should have sold that hat when I had the chance. Oh, we have a reinforced layer of the Falcon. As long as Arnius is still a journeyman, we can actually learn this now instead of just having it sit there. Deserter's Barbute, I should have sold that as well. There's a lot of things here I should have sold. Ooh, there's salt. We're holding on to the salt. Actually, no, we're not. We're not holding on to the salt. We don't have a cook. And we will drop a lot of this stuff off. I want the rope, though. We do need the rope. And we should be fairly good to go. We have a few skill mastery books. Not sure why I had all of those. And the rest seems to be mostly food. Mostly food. Yeah, okay. I think we're good. I think we are good. And we have, you know, 200 carry capacity out of 373, so we got plenty to go. And I think we are sitting fat and pretty.
My meat is quite pungent, I admit. But the war tracks on.
And I'm not entirely certain. What do you have? You have rope. I could definitely use some rope as well as some hemp. Okay with all that. And what do you have here, Mr. Peddler?
Without a trade route, the only thing
Nope, nothing I need. Okay. All right, we have a Dark Mist Tower down south. We have a couple of missions up north. We can take care of the 2 missions up north, and then we'll stop by town, regroup, and then head south. I think we can do that. We'll see how that goes, and then that'll be coming up right around time for us to end the stream too. So I think that's our game plan here. Okay, level 8. We have a corporal with and they're all level 8. How is this easy? Okay, we have 2 bombers, a raider, a henchman, saboteur, renegade, and a raider. We have 2 raiders, a renegade. I'm not sure what a renegade is. Renegade may be a crossbowman. We'll see how this goes. We do have a lot of bears. There's a single henchman down here that's surrounded by a ton of enemies, or a ton of our units, which is kind of funny. Where's the renegade? Oh, okay. You got the deserter's lance. Okay, I know you're a spearman. Noted. This henchman is having a very bad time. A very bad time. And what we're gonna do is we're just gonna make sure that all of our bears are right here. I want to see what happens. Wait. That's fire arrow, right? Flaming arrow? Yeah, it's trash. That's not good. I don't want to... Never mind. I don't want this set up that way. By any means. Okay, we're just going to we're just going to hit this guy really freaking hard. Is he gonna hit both? I think he will. He did. Okay, so he procced rage and all sorts of stuff. Oh, and now he's burning? What? He wasn't burning earlier. Okay, whatever. Thanks, game. Do you have a first aid? You do not have first aid. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. All right, and now we have control of this lovely here checkpoint, and we'll see exactly how this goes. Oh no. Yep, that went about as well as I thought it would go. That's unfortunate. We at least got some poison stacks on them, but yeah, that's no bueno. That is no bueno. Okay, we're gonna see how well this giant pile of bodies goes, and hopefully lightning strikes where we need them to strike. How much freaking movement do you have, dude? That was a ways. That was a freaking ways. Roach seems to be doing okay. It looks like Roach is also getting shot to shit here. Yep. We'll go ahead and take the comfrey. Take a couple steps up. Pop galvanize. And then we're going to go ahead and patch up Growler a little bit so he gets rid of his burn. Hopefully that doesn't bite me in the butt and he doesn't, you know, go do dumb things immediately next turn. But we'll see how it goes. Oh, wow. That did a lot of damage. Did a lot more damage than I thought it would. Oh, that's a perfect lightning strike area. A perfect lightning strike area. Well, so much for Roach. Roach is dead. Is that bear or bear? Yeah, it is bear. Damn. The best bear that we have. Just kidding. One of our throwaway bears that I don't want to have die regardless, but still it is what it is. We'll see how this goes. Barry and Growler. Growler's taking a lot of damage here. Like, these guys have a lot of DOT damage. Oh no. I was really hoping that he would stay there. I was hoping. Oh man, we have a chance still. We have a chance for this to actually do quite a bit of damage to them. They may lose their bombers and a henchman from this. That would actually be pretty cool. They did. Cool. Valor point. Valor point. Bear, you are dumb. We're gonna let them run so we don't lose anyone to burning. We lost Roach, but honestly, that's not the end of the world. Go ahead and repair everybody. Heal everybody up. Okay. And now we have a plague rat infestation we need to go take care of. Go ahead and pick up all the iron we can, because remember, we'll be able to use that for a okay, we need to sleep. I don't want to get hit by this ghost pack if we can help it. Let's take one of those off and eat some apples instead, and then yeah, well, eat a mushroom, I guess. I don't want to fight one of these ghost packs because it's going to be a level 8 ghost pack, which means it's going to have ghost bears and all these animals. Like, Arnius, what is your issue, dude? Suggest capturing outlaws. Yeah, we can do that instead. Like, bro, you always have something to say. Got some boars. I don't want to fight the boars. I just want to fight the rats. Level 8 rat infestation should be pretty easy for us to take out, honestly. I'm not terribly worried, but I am going to say that this rat infestation will be a bit of a doozy if we aren't careful. I'm hoping that Max will attack one of these, like, pustules, but something tells me he won't. We're going to see exactly how well this is going to go for us. How much HP these guys have? 42. How much damage do we do? 16. Alright, well, we're going to have to swap something out here then. We'll do that. Get up to full. Give everyone some defensive bonuses. We're going to walk right on up here. We're going to get right on top of this freaking brood mother. And I'm going to beat the crap out of it. Start getting some damage going. Okay, so Bear took 30 damage because he wanted to run through poison. Now, this guy, okay. We'll see how we'll see how bears do in a rat hole. We're just gonna see how well this goes. Something tells me it's not gonna be that great, but we'll figure it out, right? And now we're applying poison stacks to the rats that we're attacking, which is not good, but whatever. Would be nice if we had some fire output going, but we definitely don't. Do I do have an offhand that I can throw, right? And we at least applied bleed, so that's fine. And then we do a little bit of damage, but this guy's got 9 stacks of poison now, so he's gonna heal 43 HP. That's gonna be rough. All right, so we'll wait, see how this goes. He's gonna walk. Oh, he actually went for an outgrowth. Oh my lord. Oh, and then he walked away, so he's not gonna fight it a second time, most likely. I was not expecting the bear to go for an outgrowth. That's kind of nice, but he doesn't do enough damage to take one out before we're gonna kill the broodmother, I don't think. And I don't think he's going to prioritize focusing on the outgrowth based off how the AI has been behaving so far. I would have been really okay if, honestly, every animal unit I had went and focused the outgrowths instead. That would have been really cool, but... All right, we're just gonna take this guy out. I do not care. Goodbye. Get out of here. Take out the broodmother. Everyone else will run. We completed the quest. I wasn't gonna do one of the really difficult fights or anything like that. Wasn't worth it in my opinion. We were gonna take a lot of damage and we would potentially lose a bear, which I mean, well, I say potentially. We had the potential to lose any unit, right? If we stayed there too long. But bears are susceptible to damage over time effects because they typically scale off of max HP. So anything that does a max HP scaling damage output is something that I typically want to avoid having to deal with. And we are up against level 8 boars here if I don't get away from them. So we're going to try and sprint on out of there. We managed to get a couple of the resources I was looking for. And we completed 2 of our bounties. So we'll be able to go turn those in. And once we're done with that, we can go take a look at Dark Mist Tower. And honestly, we're right about at that point. So anyway, guys, that's basically all she wrote tonight. We will be back next weekend, right? And next week, we're going to be playing some Battle Brothers. We're going to be doing, we're going to be continuing our Oath Taker Battle Brothers playthrough. And we will be taking a little bit of a break from Wartales here. I just needed to shake it up from, you know, us doing Battle Brothers for like a month straight, and then we were doing Wartales before that for like ever. So I just wanted to, you know, add a little bit of a spice into our daily or weekly cycle, right? But anyway, guys, that is basically all we're going to have tonight. I'm just wrapping up this rest, and then we'll be saving and closing out of this. So anyway, guys, thanks again for tuning in, and I hope to catch you all next time. And until then, have a good one.